Hello, Charlene here. Today we're going on a journey of how your prospect finds you on LinkedIn. And if you think they find you by searching your name, that's probably not the case. And it's definitely not the way they generally find you. So today we're going to find out how they find you on LinkedIn and what you can do to get them to take some action once they found you. So let's get started. I am Charlene Tessier, and I'm helping you find your motivated prospects online on LinkedIn who are ready and willing to purchase your businesses and your offers and service offerings. Oh my goodness, what a big mess today! It's because I'm sitting down and because I have to do it through kind of a screen share thing, and I usually stand and I don't know, I feel off my game a little bit because of that. Sorry, let's do that once more. And I'm helping you to attract motivated prospects to your businesses using LinkedIn and live streaming. Here we go. So, what's the journey? The journey I'm talking about is how do you get found on LinkedIn? And most people think that when they meet you in networking, yes, people Google your names and stuff like that and look you up on LinkedIn, but that's actually not the most common thing. How do I know to look for your name or look for you unless I'm actually seeking you out, right? So today we're going to go on a journey as if I am a new person looking for somebody. And to be honest, I don't even know I'm often looking for them. And that is what makes LinkedIn so great is that you can be discovered without even really knowing. So often you, as business owner, have, of course, challenges in your business, different kinds of challenges. And every day those challenges they are nagging at you a little bit. Sometimes they might be more prevalent and then you'll seek out some sort of solution, but often they're just kind of in the back of your mind and they're just kind of nagging you. And going on LinkedIn and doing your kind of day to day as you're looking through your feed, you could actually get triggered by some content and then possibly seek out someone to help you at least get the ball rolling or get some more information around some kind of problem you're trying to solve. So let's get started. So, as most people do, they open up their LinkedIn and it lands right on your homepage, which is the main personal feed. And what do? We all do this. We start to scroll and we start scrolling pretty fast, right? And if we recognize somebody that we know, their name, we might hover a little bit longer or just fly on past. I don't like these kind of ads. I can tell right away. I would fly past them pretty quickly. Oh, wait a second. This one isn't an ad, it's a video also. So it's kind of interesting. Okay. Let's continue on. That has nothing to do with my business. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's interesting. Very interesting. I kind of like that. That's actually kind of cool. I live in a very small apartment in Europe, and space saving, making compact spaces would be great. And what would be also great is having kind of like a guest bed, always having that extra space. So, what does a person do is they find something interesting and they stop and they hover there for a little bit. They'll consume the content, they'll look at it, they'll hit the see more if there's a see more. She doesn't have a see more. She has a very short video here. And then usually people will then start looking at, wow, lots of comments. And they'll be curious, what's other people talking about, right? You don't want to miss out. What are other people talking about? And you'll look and see what other people are talking about. And in this case, you'll say, okay, I don't want to look at all the comments. I'm actually interested about the person who posted this. And you're going to look at their headline right underneath their name there. It's not even complete yet, but you start looking at it: content, marketing, branding, and sales. Okay. If I want to see a little bit more, I can just hover on her name. I don't even have to click yet. And I can see a bit more. Okay. She's a content, marketing, branding. Interesting. Always be there to help you uplift the visibility of your brand, fly big, right? Okay. It's kind of a little bit disjointed for me. I'm a little bit like, content marketing. I don't understand really. This is an interesting video, but I don't understand what that has to do with her. So for me, that's not really relevant. And so I'm just going to fly on past it a little bit further. CEO, let's see. See, what if I had a handful of people unfollow me and I no longer have 1,000. Okay, interesting. Okay. Well, let's just say I am a little bit more interested in her. She hasn't put much about her headline, so it's hard for me to know kind of what she does, but I'm curious. So, the next way a person discovers you is that they finally click on your name. And that's what you really want on that headline there. You want to make it so that it's enticing enough that they really want to click on your name because you need them to come to your homepage. Because once you get them to your homepage, a few things can happen here. You can have the set up the creator mode so that the follow more button shows up here first, which it doesn't for her. This way, this is a little bit more complicated. I have to hit the follow or I have to, go. The other way that you can get people to kind of grab your attention is, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, is a little video in here. And I'll talk about how you can get that in there in another live stream. And the other way is the use of this banner. This is such an expensive real estate here. Drive that down to some free gift down in your feature. And of course, have some free gifts down in here. That is an excellent way to get them to follow you. Number one, follow you on LinkedIn and therefore start seeing your stuff more on their home feed and hopefully maybe even get onto your list where you'll be able to get more in touch with them. So that's the first way people find you, is they find something interesting. Your headline is enticing enough that it makes them want to click on it in order to learn more about you. And they'll spend about 5 seconds on your profile page. Another way that people often find people, or I often find people, is through actually the comments. So, this guy, storytelling for solopreneurs. I love storytelling. Connect and convert. Let me hover more on this. On LinkedIn, I'll teach you how to story consulting. Oh, excellent. And I also kind of have a little, I know this, I follow Joe. And so, and I love Joe's stuff. And because Joe loves this, it kind of makes me even more like enticing. I want to click on it. So I will look at his post. Oh, it's a little bit long. Okay, I won't read that during this one, but I want to get into the comments. And this is an excellent place because in the comments, if there's something really interesting that he's talking about, or even if someone else is having a very interesting discussion with Ash, I will be interested in them as well. Let's see here. Let's find somebody. Here we go. I'm gonna say for this example. Let's go with Sonel. I think I like her tagline. You won't scale chaos, break through people pleasing imperfections. I can hover here too. Oh, interesting. See, so again, I found her actually not through the person who posted, but through the comment, through a very interesting comment and discussion between her and Ash, or her and several others in the thread here. And that will make me essentially want to discover her and again, click and learn more about her. See her header, which she should have something coming up in a second. Excellent. So she does have a bit more here telling me about how I can create boundaries and some systems. I really like this. It's really good. And that's another way that you can be found. And that's the journey. And then people, what do? They hit that home, they go back, they do it again. And it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Let's go back to this here. And so that's how you are found really on LinkedIn. It's this kind of organic process of just innate curiosity. And your content, there's a few ways you can be found. The first, of course, is your content being shown to other people, or if other people who are following likes something, like you saw with Joe. I saw some content that he liked by under his feed. And so it really helps if your content really matches your headline. If it's a bit disjointed, or you're just CEO of XYZ company, it really means nothing and I'm just going to blow past it really, really fast. But if your content really matches the headline and the problem that you can help your audience solve and your prospective clients solve, they're going to be a lot more interested and intrigued. And what we really want to do is to click on your profile page. Your profile page is just like your website, right? You got to drive that traffic there. You got to get them to your page, and you got to get them there to do a few things. You want them to take some kind of action. You don't want them to just put a reaction on that post or even comment. Really, what you want is for them to hopefully at least follow you, which is a very low level action. If they follow you, it means that now for sure your content is going to show up on their feed and you're going to get their eyeballs on your stuff more frequently. So you really want that. You want them to take some kind of action, and having a really strong headline, and that's why I talk so much about it, is really important. Next, the content. The content has to be enticing enough and match that person will want to, of course, click on your LinkedIn profile. The other way that is often, people don't really think about it is commenting not on your own posts, on other people's posts, and commenting with value. No, that's great. Thanks for sharing. How amazing. That's just a throwaway comment that isn't going to engage anybody. But a comment where there's people are having a discussion, an actual discussion together about something, sharing value, is always much more intriguing. And what happens is you are intrigued as to who is this person, engaging with them, and therefore you can get people to your LinkedIn profile. And then once, of course, they're there, you want to then try and grab them through the follow, through that banner with the call to action, driving down to that features section, and even to connect with you or direct message you. And that's the journey they take. And so a lot of that was a lot of information today, and I hope that was very helpful in you, and especially for you in thinking how they actually discover you and find you. Now, I have a free community, and we talk about all things like this, LinkedIn and live streaming. And getting that header nailed down actually takes a lot of time. And to be honest, it's always a work in progress. I am changing mine probably every 3 months or so. And it's not that it's not right, it's not good. It's just that I'm really honing it down to really get that message across to the right people. And because of that, the right people are attracted to me, and it is much easier for me to bring them into my world. So if you want some help with your headline, if you have questions about LinkedIn live streaming, please come and join my free community. I will, let's go on that side, drop that down, the link down in the comments below, and I hope to see you all next time.